Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Eddie Picasso. And okay, this is episode 2 of the totally secret Side Hustle Hack Show. So, today I wanted to talk about a little bit about when I started the whole real estate business and when I started blogging. See, I was struggling to want to be entrepreneur. I was trying to buy houses late last year, or actually, I started around 2016 going into 2017, and it was a way for me to teach my sons a lesson about being able to live life on your terms and being able to overcome all adversity and not just giving up in the face of adversity. And so, what I really wanted to do when I started my blog is I really wanted to make money online. I really would didn't want to disappoint my family. And what I wanted to be able to do is give my wife and kids what they deserved. And so I could start spending more time with them, with my wife and my kids. I was spending about 10 to 10 months out of the year out of town traveling for work. And it was tough because my oldest son, he's 15 now, and my youngest son, he's 10 now. So I was missing out on all their childhood, and I really wanted to be home, and I wanted to be able to spend time with them and be able to see them grow and spend time with them pretty much. The thing was that I was I wasn't driving traffic to my blog. I wasn't doing enough. I mean, I wasn't even able to give my wife and kids what they deserve, let alone start spending more time with them. So to make things worse, I felt terrible because I could miss out on my kids growing up. And I felt even worse about the situation because I wouldn't be able to give them the life that I had promised them. And I knew in my heart that they deserved. I felt like pulling my hair out, man. I felt frustrated. I felt so overwhelmed by things. I couldn't figure out what to do, what the secret sauce was going to be able to make my business profitable, make my blog profitable, so I can be able to rely or have some income coming in, so I could spend time on a little bit more time with my family and investing more time in my real estate business. And so that's pretty much what it was. That's pretty much what got all this going. And I really was frustrated. The problem that I felt that really felt like underneath the real underlying problem that I felt that was making all this, that wasn't making me succeed, that was keeping me back and was holding me back, was that I didn't know any SEO. If you've never heard that term before, it's a search engine optimization. Before I started that blog, I didn't know. I had no idea what that was, and it was pretty much uh, writing description of that is user friendly for the Google or the search engines to be able to find your content and really post it out whenever people do searches on the search engines and all that good stuff for your content to pop out at the very top. I didn't know anything about social media. I didn't know anything about content creation. I posted something today on my official page. And by the way, if you want to follow at Eddie Picasso official page on Facebook, all the other social media networks is at True Eddie Picasso, TRU Eddie Picasso. And I didn't know how to build content and what content creation was all about. And I've been learning recently that all content creation is just being able to put yourself out there. It's more about documenting the journey than trying to portray yourself as an expert. If you are not an expert, if you don't consider yourself an expert, and you feel like you're some sort of fraud, which is it's understandable. That's how I felt at the very beginning. And because I was trying to portray myself as somebody who that wasn't me, it wasn't who I was. And what really took the edge off of that was listening to Gary Vee and listening to Russell Brunson from ClickFunnels, and really seeing it more as a documentation, documenting the journey, documenting what you're going through, instead of trying to portray yourself as the expert. And really what that does to you is it gives you a little bit of it takes the edge off, and it pretty much makes it a lot easier for you to be able to just put some content out there, because you're no longer trying to be somebody who you're not. It's more of just the documentation, man. Just documenting the journey, documenting who you are, and really connecting with the audience, just telling your story. That's pretty much what it's all about. And I put a video out today on my social media page because I wanted to talk about that. I've seen a lot of blog posts a lot of posts on the forums talking about uh, really throwing jabs at gurus and other already established bloggers that, okay, well, you're already you're already an established blogger, you're an expert at this, you're an engineer, you're the developer, you're the web designer, and so you have the credibility, you have things to that are worth reading about, right? And what do I have to offer? What do I don't have anything that's read worthy. And I completely understand the mentality because I myself was in that place myself. uh, I didn't consider myself an expert at anything. I didn't really want to put myself out there and pretend to be somebody who I was not. So that was one of the problems. That definitely meant that I couldn't make any money anytime soon. Um, I was on the verge of losing out on the opportunity of a lifetime, which meant that the clock was I was on the clock to start making money pretty much. And then, as if by chance, something amazing happened. Um so a little over a week ago, Russell Brunson released his book, The 30-Day Summit. Um, it's all about online marketing the right way, and it's he brought together 30 of his heavy hitters to be able to provide a 30-day plan on how to what they would do if they would pretty much lose everything. They would lose their following base, they would lose their expertise, their status as an expert, they would lose all their money, they would lose pretty much everything that they have, and all they had is an internet connection, the knowledge, the know-how, and 30 days and 30 days of their bills paid. And it came at the right time, at the perfect time, because that's exactly where I am right now. I'm exactly 30 days from going lights completely out. I'm jobless. I don't have a job. I'm unemployed. I've been trying to get all this online marketing and blogs get going so I can build some revenue, and so I can pay the bills pretty much. So it couldn't come at a better time. And I decided that I was going to focus on somebody's plan and really follow their plan and really make this work. So that's what I've been focusing on the last week or so. It's been about 7 days now. I'm on the 8th day, and yesterday I had a big epiphany where I decided I was following Garrett White and I was following Steven Larson, and I realized late last night that I was stretching myself, and how I always do. I'm a very go-getting guy. My values are. I don't find it hard to just take action. For some reason, it comes as a second nature to me, and that kind of pulls me in a vulnerable place where I take action ahead of before planning things out. It kind of works against me sometimes. And yesterday, I realized that because I was getting things knocked out and Garrett White's plan, I decided, well, you know what? I've got a little bit extra time. Maybe I could implement some of Steve Larson's plan and be able to take more action, right? And that kind of, it started off good at the beginning, but then it spreads me kind of thin as more things get done, more tasks get added to the actual plan. As one after the first week, they both just go balls to the wall and start building, have this long list of things that they've got to do to be able to make this work within 30 days. So it spread me kind of thin. That's what at the point where I was yesterday. So I decided to completely put aside Garrett White's plan and just focus on Steven Larson's, because he really has a way of explaining things that kind of, it connects everything. It connects the dots and everything. And since I've been following ClickFunnels for the last 6 months, it just made perfect sense for me to keep following him. So it was crystal clear to me how to make the money from my blog, because I saw an opportunity to optimize my blog and my sales funnels using Steven Larson's plan and using ClickFunnels. I also learned that normal blogs just are not enough anymore. To make money online, you need to create an actual sales funnel, and that's where I was lacking the past year or so. So when I started my blog, it was more about me figuring out what my message was going to be, what my voice was going to be, and really building my skills as a life coach, as a financial coach, and as a real estate investor. And I put so much effort into that I completely negated, or I put aside, or I took for granted the marketing side and the revenue generating side. So for the past 6 months, I haven't been able to make any money whatsoever online. And it finally clicked to me. It finally made sense to me, everything that was going on. And I've said it before. Tony Robbins has this likes to say that where focus goes, energy flows. And I think yesterday I posted something that Russell Brunson also has something similar that he says is what you focus on grows. And I wasn't focusing on the revenue generating side, and that's why I started doing this whole podcast. And I put my foot down and said the next 30 days, this is what it's all going to be about. Is what I'm going to be focused on is just creating that revenue and getting out of this hole. So you guys are tuning in to the actual experience, the actual firsthand 30-day experience of how I'm going to get out of this $250,000 debt hole. So I also, as a result, I started working on my message instead of the product. I've built over the past 6 months, I've built about 10 funnels that none of them have converted. None of them have been able to make any sales. I've gotten a few opt-ins, which I now uploaded up to into the ads manager in Facebook, so I can start building a consumer or a customer profile, an avatar, lookalike audience. And so that's what I have now. And I'm focusing more on the message. And this is what this podcast is all about. That message about being able to make money online. A lot of these gurus, a lot of the bloggers that have training programs out there, they give you the steps that you need to do to create a blog and what you need. And they give you pretty much, they scratch the surface of what you need to do to make your blog profitable. And what they preach is always create your blog, put it on WordPress, put it on Bluehost, host it on Bluehost, and then we'll start writing content, put about 6 months worth of content, and then put affiliate marketing, affiliate ads on there so you can start generating revenue. What they don't tell you is that the money that they're making it off of these training programs. The big numbers that you see, how I made $30,000 or $60,000 up from my blog, or how I made this much, or how I made that much. They're all preaching. What they're not telling you is that all those big chunks of money, they're making it from the actual training programs, and that they kind of leave that out of the equation when they're teaching you how to build that blog. You're under the impression that all they did was build a tremendous amount of content, of value-added content, and that you just add affiliate ads to your website, and you're somehow by magic you're going to start generating revenue from those affiliate ads. And although you can and you will make some revenue from that, it takes a lot more than that to actually make this a full-time gig. And it's what a lot of people leave out, is what a lot of gurus leave out. So when I finally realized that, it was like a whole new door opened up to me. It's like, man, I've been going about it the wrong way. I thought I had to just put content out there, free content, value-added content, and that somehow by some magic that my audience was going to start growing just like that. But it takes a lot more than that. It takes not only putting that good added value content, but also putting calls to action. That blog is not just a blog for you to write out your thoughts. It's an actual tool. It's a sales funnel. And that's what a lot of people don't touch. What a lot of the gurus leave out, that the actual blog that you're making, that you're building, it's not just somewhere where you're going to grow your readership. What they leave out is that your blog is an actual sales funnel. It has a purpose. It's a tool for you to be able to generate revenue. And if you don't use it in that way, if you don't use it with purpose, with the purpose of being able to convert those readers into customers, then you're just going to be putting content out there for no reason. You're going to be adding value, what you think is adding value, and they're just going to go up. They're going to go upon their business. They're going to keep moving on with their business, and they're going to move on to the next blog, and they're going to buy content, or they're going to buy products from someone else, from another blog. And that's what I just realized now. So that's one of the hacks that I kind of want to bring out about this, about how they're actually creating content, what they're actually doing to convert their blogs into actual sales funnels. And the thing about what they preach is that Bluehost and WordPress, they're pretty much all hanging by a thread. It's a whole bunch of different platforms with a whole bunch of different programs and apps and all this stuff that it's all getting glued together when it shouldn't be that difficult. It's not that difficult. ClickFunnels offers everything that you, all that in just one platform. It's so easy. And it's something that I just realized now. It's like, wow, like I've been doing it all wrong. And so what I did is what I'm doing now is what I'm focusing on is moving. And I still have that blog, the Master Life and Money blog, but it's gonna soon. That's why I've been posting on the actual forums and the Facebook groups. That it's in the process of a revamp because I'm gonna be moving that over to the ClickFunnels platform, just because it's so much easier to use and it's everything is in one place. My email sequence, I can do my email sequence. I can do my landing pages. I can do my blog on there. I can do pretty much everything. And all I have to do is start promoting it and spending some money on ads. So following the ClickFunnels strategies, I started spending about $5 a day on ads. And it started actually, surprisingly enough, they started, it didn't start converting. Well, it did start converting. But right now, what's really impressed me is the amount of engagement that I've been getting from these ads. And I started spending $5 a day, and I've now moved it over to $20 a day just because the response rate that I'm getting from these ads that are going to be directed towards my sales funnels from my blog. It's been surprisingly effective. So that's when I realized that the secret to buy houses and to build a blog is it's all in the sales message. And it's something that I didn't realize until I started following ClickFunnels and Steven Larson and Russell Brunson. So my plan was to start creating a sales funnel for my blog that had a better potential to make money than a WordPress blog. So I started this podcast for that very reason, the totally secret side hustle hack show. But I'm not going to stop here. What's going to happen next is I'm going to like I said, I'm going to move my blog over to ClickFunnels. And what I started doing now is while I get all that in process, and this is where the blog and the sales funnels come in, get connected, they're intertwined, and where you're going to be able to see how you can make money from these sales funnels, and ClickFunnels. So let me see here. So I got an email coming in. Okay, so the other thing that I started noticing was that a lot of people, they were like I said, they didn't know. They think that they don't have any read-worthy content. They think that they don't give into themselves any credibility. Pretty much, they're still skeptical about who they are. That they're not an expert. That they have no real value to offer. But that they're still new, right? But what they don't know is that creating content is so simple. The only thing they've got to do is kind of like what I'm doing right now. I'm putting myself on a video, and I actually commented on a post yesterday from a lady who was she felt like she was wasting time, or she found herself juggling between promoting her blog and actually creating content. And it's something that I think a lot of people struggle with. It's something that I struggled with. It's something, like I said before, writing a blog post for me took hours, literally hours. And then earlier this year, when I got invited to participate in the Attack book series, I realized that all I had to do was put myself in a camera just like this and just start talking. And this is my content right here. So what I'm actually posting right now on this video blog, on this video log, is gonna get downloaded, or is actually I'm gonna use the link from here from YouTube, and then I'm gonna find somebody on Fiverr. I'm gonna give them the link, and then I'm gonna have them transcribe this episode, and that's gonna be my blog post. So it's so simple, and it's something that a lot of people don't realize. A lot of people spend so much time trying to build their posts that they don't realize how simple it is, and it's something that held me back all this time from actually contributing more to my blog and trying to decide, or trying to juggle my time between promoting and between writing my actual articles, trying to provide value. So this is actually, it's a perfect example. Is why I keep saying that you guys should tune into this podcast, because it's a super side hustles hacks radio show, right? I'm giving you these hacks because that's what I was told to do. That's how all these book writing coaches, that they claim that you can write a book in 30 days. That's exactly what it is. They put themselves in front of a camera, they tell their story, and then they get it transcribed on Fiverr or on Upwork, and then that becomes their book. And they just keep on editing it until they actually have a viable product, and a product that they're comfortable with. So that's exactly why I started this side hustle, not just to provide value to you guys and to let you guys see firsthand how I'm doing it, to crawl out of this hole, but to give you also the tips that I'm using, that I've learned over the past 6 months, to be able to create this content and to be able to build the blogs and to be able to provide value. Because all this that I'm doing right now, not just this, but every post that I'm putting on social media, everything that I'm doing online is all part of the content creation. This is all going to be value, information that I will convert, that I will repurpose on social media and on my blog, and use it as content later on down the line. So that's why I'm so passionate. That's why I'm so eager to put this out. I want you guys to realize that it's not that hard to actually put all this content out, to be able to create content that's effective and that's worth reading, pretty much. Because ask yourself, how many of you guys knew about these certain tips? I didn't know that for sure. I'm 35 years old now, and I didn't know that all I had to do was put myself on video, get it transcribed, and that's my content right there. So I hope that helps you guys. So because of this, and because of all my playing around with ClickFunnels and all that good stuff, each new funnel started taking less and less. I think I was gonna jump over I was gonna tell you guys about how all this got connected, right? So while I'm doing these videos and this podcast, I'm also using ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels has a super amazing affiliate bootcamp program where they teach you exactly how to promote their affiliate program. And it takes you step by step on what you need to do. They show you different hacks and stuff like that. And so this is where it gets connected. It's an affiliate program. Although the blogging gurus, they tell you that you got to put affiliate, you got to use affiliate marketing to monetize your blog, right? So that's exactly where this is. So while I'm building this podcast and I'm putting this content out here that's later going to be repurposed for my blog, I'm also starting to put these Facebook ads to promote the ClickFunnels affiliate program, because that'll start generating my revenue on the side while I'm building this podcast and while I'm building this content on this podcast, and later on, of course, like I said, repurpose it. So each new funnel, now that I'm fairly familiar with the ClickFunnels platform, I can build out my funnel super fast, and I'll come back with this content that I'm creating. I'm going to put it into the ClickFunnels platform so I can make it even faster and be able to monetize it even faster. And the plan is to do it within the next 30 days, so I can get out of this hole, man. It's been a little challenging. So the thing is that before all this happened, I was so frustrated about building content and monetizing, and I was playing defense, man. I was trying to save all my pennies, trying to hold on to everything I had because I wasn't bringing any money, and I didn't realize that instead of playing the defense, I need to be playing offense, kind of like what I'm doing now. And that's actually, instead of spending energy on trying to be reserved and holding back, actually use that energy to put out these blog posts and this podcast post, and put myself out there and go onto Facebook, go onto social media and start posting on there and putting that content out there and trying to provide value. So that's the whole reason why I ended up calling this podcast a super secret side hustle show, right? Because I want to be able to provide you guys with certain hacks that a lot of these gurus that they're not putting out there, they take you on a whole different path where they make you believe that these blogs are going to take you 6 months to a year to actually monetize. But I'm going to prove to you in the next 30 days that it doesn't have to be that hard and it doesn't have to take that long. 30 days, and 30 days is enough. And that's how I'm going to prove it to you. And if I'm wrong, you guys hold me accountable for it. And this is one of the reasons why I'm actually putting this out there, because this, me telling you this, me putting you this is putting accountability on myself to actually get moving and get this thing done, make it happen. So I'm super grateful to be able to share this with you guys. So I've been testing all these theories for about 6 months now, tweaking and spending 12-hour days testing every single aspect of my funnels without making any real progress, any real profit until now, right? So this is going to change, and I've got 30 days to do so. So you guys are getting a glimpse of this firsthand. And so out of all this, the great thing about this is that I'm finally able to really bring everything together that I've learned over the past year and a half or so, and really put it into work and really turn it into something profitable. And again, you guys are going to be the first ones to take a look at this. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you guys got some value out of this, and you'll be able to see how I spend. I'm going to get out of this hole and be able to spend more time with my family and kids. And hopefully, guys, can help some of you guys through the journey and really start monetizing some of your blogs. So that's it for now. Thank you for watching. I love you guys. Peace.